Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong back with this week's episode of Tuesday Tips. If you are finding the information in the videos to be helpful and beneficial, I would like if you would please like, subscribe, and share, as this information is very, very, very enlightening, to say the least. Today, we want to look at some tips on how to stay positive. How to stay positive. Um, we know that we are living in a day and age where um, positivity is at a certain limit. There are limitations on your positivity, especially during these times of a pandemic, times of people not having the resources that they need that should be provided to them. So we're looking at a lot of instances where uh, we are just not seeing the optimism. We're going to go over a few tips today for staying positive. Okay, for staying positive. And number one, we need to foster optimism. Foster optimism. My notes are on my computer. My setup is a little different today. I do apologize. Um, Trying to be optimistic doesn't mean ignoring the uglier sides of life. Okay? Um, it means focusing on the positive as much as possible. And it gets easier with practice. I'm a firm believer in being able to adapt to change, because everything just will not go your way, folks. I told you that last week. So we have to be able to adapt to change and not let the change always be negative. If we always look at change as negative, we're never going to be able to foster that optimism, and we're never going to be able to look at things in a positive light. Okay? Practice gratitude. Practice being thankful. Noticing and appreciating the positives in our lives offer a great mood boost. And oftentimes we see people who are very unstable in their mood. They don't foster a practice of gratitude. You have to be gracious and thankful for the small things in life. You may not have the house you want. You may not have the car you want. You may not have all the money you want. But just be thankful you have food, clothes, and shelter. And then more will be able to be added to you if you be grateful for the little things. Okay? Avoid negative thinking. You know, when you hear people sighing all the time, that is a sigh of negativity. Okay, you're not happy with where you are in life right now. We get that. But you know what? If you are able to avoid the negative thinking and restructure and reframe your thinking process, you'll be able to see, hey, you know what? Life is not as bad as I thought it would be. Avoid negative thinking. And yes, we do have intrusive thoughts. Yes, we do have thoughts that intrude on our positive thinking. But you can notice those thoughts before they happen by what's around you and by what you're feeling. Trust your instincts, people. Trust what you're feeling. Okay? Change unhealthy self-talk. Stop talking to yourself in a down manner. Okay? Stop, fostering a negative environment with inside of you, and think positive. Be aware of all or nothing thinking. Disappointing a loved one once in your life doesn't mean you're going to always disappoint that loved one all the time. There are certain things in life that, hey, we need to understand may not happen the way I want it to. It didn't go the way I wanted it to go. But you know what? Hey, at least I have another chance. It may not be, and a lot of times this happens with people in relationships. You get into a relationship and all of a sudden that relationship doesn't work out. I'm done with relationships. You get a job, the job doesn't work. Oh, I'm never going back into that field again. Stop thinking it's all or nothing. Change the way you think. All right? Remember your achievements. This is something to stay positive about, because when we get into the thinking mode of what's positive in us, right? Okay? Then that creates an energy in us to want to do something else achievable and to attain that achievement, accomplish that achievement. It creates that energy. So then you won't sit around and think everything is negative, negative, negative. You'll be able to say, you know what? I did that. Now I think I want to do this. If it's a health condition that you have, if you manage that health condition one time, you can do it again. If it's an achievement in life that you have achieved and you accomplished it, guess what? Think on those things and how it made you feel in that moment so you can go out and do it again. Positivity, folks, is all in your frame of mind. Positivity is all in your frame of thinking. If you think everything is a burden on you, guess what? Then that's what it is, a burden. If you think your marriage is always failing, guess what? You might be the reason why, because of the way you're thinking. You're not seeing the good in your marriage. If you think you're the worst person in the world, why are you thinking that way? Change your thinking habit. Once you're able to do that, then you will see a better life, a better outcome, and you will see more positive energy flowing to you. We all heard the old sayings, as above, so below, as a man thinks, so is he. These are all affirmations of creating your environment, creating your surrounding, creating what goes on inside of you. Learn how to think positive. I hope this evening you will have a very, very, very positive night. I hope this evening and into the next day and the next day, you will begin to restructure and reframe your thinking process to think more positive so that you can live a more positive life. Thank you all for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a good one.